Welcome to the underground, you rebel scum. This is the American Expat here on the Great Tongue. I wanted to take a little bit to talk about those drones in New Jersey because I've been hearing some things. Now, in the last video that I spoke about these, I was kind of under the impression that this had to be something other than the U.S. government because otherwise it would be a terrible embarrassment. But now I have seen what the rumors are online, some more about them, read into them, seen some more comments. And, well, I'm not so convinced that it's not our own government using their drones. And the implications, well, depending on what you believe, could be quite disturbing. Oh, thanks for sticking with us. It's Korean coffee today that I picked up at the Asian market. So yeah, the drone situation. So I was hearing the rumors, some of the rumors online. People are talking about aliens or Iranian drones and that sort of thing. And the military, of course, the Pentagon comes out and they're saying, like, it's not don't worry about it. It's not something to be concerned with. But if it crashes, stay at least 300 feet away. And, I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, right, this is just like the spy balloon situation where they're like, don't worry, it's not a threat to the public. Don't worry about it. And, yeah, maybe it wasn't a threat to the public. I mean, unless some large equipment the size of a bus falls off and smashes somebody. Or, the fact that it was flying over sensitive military bases and that sort of thing. But in this case, now I see that there are some credible things being said. I'm not saying that the comments and the posts and the threads are credible, that this is indeed what they are, but it does sound like, based on the descriptions, that these are a certain kind of drone that is used when looking for radiological material, like a dirty bomb or that sort of thing. So now it comes down to, what do you believe? Is there actually, because this is what the rumor is online, that there is, in fact, a dirty bomb in the country, or at least they have reason to believe so, and they're desperately searching for this dirty bomb, or whatever it is, an atomic bomb or something, on the eastern seaboard before somebody can use it in some kind of a terrorist attack or an attack on the country of some kind. And that these drones, which it sounds like that's what they are something that is used by the U.S. military for this purpose, are up there searching for it. Now, that's one suggestion. The other suggestion is that this is about a false flag and that, yes, they're up there doing this, but actually they want this to happen so that they can get us into World War III, which, again, that to me sounds kind of ridiculous. If that was the case, I feel like you would, not secretly be not really looking for, that just doesn't make sense. So they're supposed to be secretly not really looking for the bomb, but they have drones up there looking around to make rumors. I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, that one. So I don't think that it's a false flag attack. You wouldn't be searching for the bomb or the dirty bomb if it was a false flag attack. However, you might tell the public that there's nothing to worry about so that they don't stampede or something, which, again, is probably the wrong move, but we're talking about the Biden administration, and they don't have a very good track record. I mean, just look at the other disasters that have taken place, like train derailments where toxic chemicals were spewing all over the place. They didn't really do a whole lot there, and they just said, no, there's no threat to the public. Yeah, I don't really trust them. But I don't think that that's what's going on. It could be, like I said, that there's a dirty bomb or something out there. And they're searching for it, and they just don't want to tell us, even though I think that the public might be a useful thing if you know what you're looking for and say, hey, if anybody's seen anything like this, please alert authorities. But I guess they don't want everyone to abandon the East Coast. Something like that. That's one possibility. The other possibility is this, that they are indeed the drones that are used to find radiological stuff, but this is actually a training exercise, and this is based on another thread online. So whether true or not, I don't know, but this is what it said, that this is a training exercise to see what the public reaction would be if they were using these drones to search for a radiological device of some kind, like a dirty bomb, and didn't announce it to the public, how people would react to seeing the drones, and, all of this is just part of the training exercise, which sounds incredibly stupid. If you ask me, this sounds, I don't know, what does that mean? That, you remember Orson Welles, they put on their War of the Worlds radio broadcast, and people were going, once again in New Jersey, is this something like that? Where they're just trying to see how people, what if that was also some kind of a government thing to see what people, no, I don't think so, but yeah, what are they doing to the people in New Jersey and New York? Come on, leave people alone. Just tell people what it is. If that is the case, that these drones are out there doing this, then they're probably not spraying chemicals or firing tracer rounds. I know there's all kinds of stuff out there on the internet that isn't real. But however, it might be mistaken as tracer rounds if they were using lasers. I can imagine that if they have a bunch of drones flying around searching for something and they need to pinpoint, okay, this is where we think it is, and they've got a team on the ground that's supposed to go and get the thing, they would point at it with a laser so that they can see exactly where it is. Something to that effect. This is just my speculation. I know nothing about these drones. I don't work in that sort of anything related to that. So just my guess, but maybe this is a training exercise. However, I will say this. It is alarming enough to think that it might be true that there is some kind of a dirty bomb or something going on the East Coast that they're desperately trying to find, because those are the rumors that came out before the person that said, no, it's not. No, it's not. It is the drones that they use to search for this sort of thing, but that's not it. It's just a training exercise, and don't worry about it. Isn't that something that they would put out on the internet? And it's funny that the post says, oh, I don't expect this to go anywhere, but here it is, and then it goes everywhere. It absolutely gets retweeted and, posted all over the place because people are concerned, and rightfully so. The government isn't giving answers. I would think that at least with the authorities in those communities that are being affected by this, where they're seeing these drones, they could at least talk to them and tell them enough that, hey, this is just a training exercise. You can tell people that we've talked to you and that it's nothing to be concerned about because you know what it is, but you can't tell. Something, at least that, Otherwise, people are going to panic anyway. They're going to feel like they're being lied to. People already don't trust the government as it is. We don't trust the current administration. We don't trust basically any of the government agencies anymore. They've all been run through the mud, and now they're going to tell us that it's nothing to worry about at all, just some crazy drones. It's nothing at all. Yeah, I don't trust them, and it is alarming. Like I said, you've got this stuff going on, and it just the possibility that it could be that there is a dirty bomb and they're desperately trying to search for it. And, I could see them covering it up because they're responsible for leaving the border wide open. I mean, who knows what kind of stuff has come across that border? Hopefully that didn't get too loud. I'll be able to fix it. Yeah, microphones, right? What a crazy time we live in. I hope not. I hope that this doesn't turn into a disaster that wrecks New York or some big city that... It would be terrible. It would be terrible. How many people would be injured because of this? And I would say it absolutely would be because the border had been left wide open, if that is the case. And I don't trust this administration. I don't trust them at all. So it could be. It could be. Now, I'm not over there. So maybe I have less to worry about here. But it is quite alarming to think that it could be, and the government is not being forthcoming with what is going on. If it's a training exercise at this point, it's probably time for them to come out and say, just a training exercise, and this is exactly what we're doing. I don't see any reason for them to continue to pretend like they don't know what's going on. Because if this is, it just kind of, to me, it leans into the possibility that this could be real. It's alarming. It's very alarming. So, anyway, be safe out there. Just my thoughts on this. It's kind of developed into something a little bit more than just what I thought it might be. Not Iranian drones, but something is going on potentially on the ground. So, be alert to developing news stories surrounding this. Hopefully if it is a real problem, the government will find what they're looking for and put a stop to it, and then announce to all of us, hey, actually we were looking for this thing and we found it, and we have avoided a terrible catastrophe because of our amazing technology. I hope. Or they come out and say, look, guys, it was a training exercise for this purpose, and everybody can just calm down. That's what I hope as well. That we don't end up with, some terrible disaster unfolding. I don't think it's a false flag attack, but, who knows really what is going on. Of course it's not a false flag. Come on. But they wouldn't be looking for it if that was the case. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it's nothing. I'll leave it at that. I'll see you guys in the next one.
ไปพะวงหลงเฝ้าสาวเจ้าบางประกงทางไว้งงหลงเกอหาโอเวรกรรมจำพราก